the Evergreen Media Network Studios, brought to you by Evergreen Media, creating cohesive marketing campaigns. Evergreen Media in Vero Beach.
From Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Goetz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. We hope you've had a beautiful week. I'm Cindy Goetz, your host, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. And today's guest is definitely making waves in our community. I am so excited, you guys, about today's show. Let me see. All right, if you can guess what we're talking about today, okay? So I'm going to give you some hints. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Here's your, you've got 5 hints. The first one, it's an annual competition. 17 years in the making, guys, right here in Vero Beach. Okay, that's your first clue. The second is this sport was inspired by the ancient practice of wave sliding, okay? Where people would slide into the ocean on wooden planks, all right? I'm sure some of them got some splinters somewhere in that process. Number 3 hint, it was originated in the 1920s in Laguna Beach, California, where 2 lifeguards wanted to surf the local shore breaks that were too shallow and fast for their surfboards. Okay, so we're getting closer. You're probably already figuring it out. The 4th hint, this sport also happens to have the largest one-day competition here on the East Coast. And finally, your 5th hint, okay, are you getting there? Are you pretty sure what this is? The 5th hint, this sporting competition has raised thousands of dollars for local nonprofits right here in this community, including the Vero Beach Lifeguard Association. So what are we talking about, you guys? All right, have you figured it out? Not surfing, right? Not paddleboarding. We are talking about skimming or skimboarding. This is very, very exciting. So this year's Skim Jam, okay, is right around the corner. So let's meet the guy who's making it all happen. Cindy, you got that favorite button? She's ready. All right. Our guest today, he is founder and CEO of ShoreLB. Aside from being an entrepreneur, he's husband to Tiffany. He's part of the surf, skim, and paddle instructor business with Epic Sessions, and he's a therapist. Boy, we can just get all kinds of good stuff from him today. Bartender, lifeguard, welcome back to the show, Chris Ellison. What else?
I don't know. That's my whole life. Thank you so much, Cindy, for having me here. This is, you just described everything. This is my life.
Do you have a dog?
I don't. We've got a Neff dog. A Neff dog. My brother and sister-in-law have a dog, and so it's a Neff dog. So when he runs away and we have to go pick him up, I explain to him it's my Neff dog. I'm not paying for him, but I'm claiming him.
I love it. I love it. So Chris, let's do some some background information first of all. So this show is worldwide, and for those that are not coastal, for those that are not into water sports, what exactly is skimming?
So skimboarding is not like surfing. Surfing, you paddle out and you try and catch the wave, right, and ride it in. Skimboarding, you actually take the board and you run and throw the board down and jump on it and trying to perform tricks. Now we are actually, it's been basically for a long time, they've been doing inland or flatland skimboarding. So a lot of guys will do it on sandbars or in where there's no waves at all. And I met a bunch of flatland skimboarders up in Virginia this year. But we look for the waves that break right on shore. So we wait for the wave to break, wash up the beach. We take off running, drop the board, jump on it, and try and slide out to the next wave and ride it back in.
Dude. Okay. So there was a question online and it said, is skimboarding harder than surfing?
Oh my gosh.
And you want to know the Google answer?
I do want to actually know the Google answer.
Skimboarding is harder.
Wow.
Said skimboarding is harder. It said it has a steeper, painful learning curve that requires punishing tumbles.
Right.
pounding on the sand. Someone learning to surf can catch a wave in their first session, but it can take months or years for someone learning to skimboard to accomplish the equivalent and ride their first wave. Dude, how long did it take you?
I would agree with that. Years. I've been skimming for over 20 years and I still fall. And our whole company is about falling and getting back up and dusting yourself off. So my favorite thing is to take pictures of anybody. We have a Get Pounded Monday, right? So it's pictures of...
I saw one on your face. I was like, oh, you look like a pretzel.
It's about
Do you
getting
have
pounded.
A disclaimer like, this guy's okay? Like, don't worry, this guy...
We probably should. We don't have one of those yet, but we probably should.
Don't worry, this guy did not have to go to the hospital.
And some of them do, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sure.
Sure. But that's the whole goal, is that you fall down, you get back up, and you dust yourself off. I think it's funny to have the pictures of the pros when they fall down, and I post those pictures. And none of the pros have really told me not to do it, but at the same time, none of them seem really excited when I do it. But they haven't told me not to yet. So I think it's hilarious. That's what I keep doing.
So my nephew was visiting from Virginia recently, and he loves going to the beach, as most of our guests do that come visit us from to Florida. And he's out and he's, riding waves or whatever. He's surfing, and I'm like, just kind of whatever, just floating around or whatever. Well, a wave caught me, and of course I got pounded, and I'm just like, whoa, okay, game over. I'm going in. It can be brutal. That was without a board, you know. So speaking of that, I introduced you as CEO of ShorePound. So first of all, what is ShorePound? What is pounding in the surfing world? And then what is ShorePound?
So on the East Coast, we call waves that break on shore, we call them shore break. In Hawaii, they call it shore pound. So when I traveled over there a couple different times, everybody started talking about shore pound, and I was bringing my skimboards over there, and of course surfing as well. Shore Pound is our clothing company that we designed for people that get pounded, right? So the idea is that we ride the waves that break right on shore. But in theory, if you'll look at our logo, it's about getting flipped upside down and getting pounded into the sand. So that's what the Hawaiians call when, as you said, you got caught by this wave and slammed into the sand. The Hawaiians call that pounding, right? So you got pounded. So
it's so I love it. So if you look at yourself, you've got your logo on your hat and your shirt. I actually don't have the logo on my shirt, do I?
You don't, but well, we have two logos. We have the word logo where it's spelled out, and then we have the diamond logo that's you see on my hat and my shirt.
And then on the board that we have in the studio, it's specifically tilted.
It is, and that's how you know if somebody really knows what's going on. So it actually is the diamond, but a lot of people will put it on their trucks and their computers as a square, and we don't tell them, we don't correct them, but that's how they say. That's how you know if you're an OG Shore Pound guy. If you have it as the diamond, right?
Right. The legit. All right, guys, just secretly go out to your car right now and just scooch that, sideways.
Right. It's got to be the diamond.
It's got to be the diamond. I love that. We didn't cover that last time.
We never did.
That is a good fun fact, Chris. So, let's talk about Skim Jam.
Okay.
Dude.
Let's do it.
17 years.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Blowing my mind.
Right. It is grown. You've got people all over the world. You've got new competition categories. We've got, guys, a couple of top secret things we are going to share with you, but we're going to share that after station break. So you're going to have to stick around with us. But first of all, Skim Jam, what is it? What's the competition? So
Skim Jam it's a total different competition than any other skimboard competition around the world. Normally, skimboard competitions are set with age brackets. This is a just for fun. So we do ability levels. So we do a beginner, I'm good, I'm better, I'm turning pro tomorrow. So that is all the amateur brackets that we do. And then we have a professional skimboard bracket. And this year is the first year ever that the United Skim Tour, so it's the worldwide skimboarding tour, is coming, and it is a part of our Skim Jam here in Vero Beach. They have been watching us. They want to be a part of it, and so it's a stop on the men's and the women's professional skimboard tour.
God, I mean, that is incredible.
Yes.
So they sought you out.
They did. They reached out to us and they said that they wanted to be a part of what we're doing. They see what we're doing, and they wanted to have a tour stop here. And so we said, please come to Vero Beach, and we would love to invite everybody around the world to come and skim our beaches here in Vero Beach.
Yes, Cindy, absolutely. Absolutely. And I love how you wrote on Facebook, you're like, please, give them the Southern hospitality that Vero Beach has, while they're in town. And we have some activities we want to share that are through your event. That'll be super cool. But how exciting for you. That's going to be awesome.
Yes. We're super excited to have, we call it in the skimboarding world at the competitions, we call it Skim Family, because we travel around the U.S. and the world, and when you're a skimboarder, everybody wants everybody else to win. Of course, you want to win, but everybody gives people high fives and stuff like that, and they bring people in. And so I literally have family all around the world that I could call and say, hey, I'm coming to your beach town, and do you have a place to stay? And I've got a couch or a bedroom anywhere around the world.
Isn't that part of that culture, if you will? It's like just a handout and just, dude, you're my brother, you're my sister. Like, I love that attitude.
It really is. But the one thing about Skim Jam, we've got a lot of Vero locals that support us, and we couldn't do it without the city of Vero.
Sure.
But right before each heat, they always see everybody and telling everybody, good luck, good luck, good luck. And we always take pictures. Everybody in our heat, we take pictures with each other. That doesn't happen in a lot of other sports where you really have that brotherhood or sisterhood, and want the other person to do as best as they possibly can. And then after the heat, everybody's high-fiving each other. And our locals here tell me, they're like, I've never seen this in any other sport. And it really is. Wow. In the skimboarding. It's this family community that's so awesome. And we, as Shore Pound, we wouldn't be anywhere without all of our supporters in the skimboarding world, and Vero Beach. Vero Beach supports us and loves us so much. We are so lucky.
I love that. And we're going to do some shout out here shortly on all those organizations that are supporting you, Chris, on this. So first of all, some changes. It's 2 days this time. And I read that you were a little concerned that it's grown so much that you're going to do a pre-qualifying on Friday. Talk to us about that.
Yes. So with the UST, we're expecting anywhere from 27 to 35 male pros and about 9 female pros from all over the world.
Wow.
And so when we sat down and we wrote out the numbers and we figured out how long it would take to do this, one of our factors was it's going to take more than 8 hours to run this contest if we have all the competitors that we are expecting. So do we really want to add that to the one-day contest? So our marketing is still, we're the largest one-day contest, but you have the pre-qualifying for the 3 largest divisions, and you have to pre-qualify on Friday. So that will be the I'm Good, the I'm Better division, and the Men's Pro. So it technically is a 2-day contest, but we're not saying that. We're saying that those are the pre-qualifying rounds to actually qualify for the one-day contest.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense?
It makes total sense.
Okay.
No, it really does. And I thought that was so smart, too, because I know you were actually running out of daylight last time.
We were.
So the fact that you're kind of getting a head start, I think, is fantastic. By the way, you keep talking about the divisions. And I know up until now, my favorite category.
I know where you're going with this.
And I would be in this category. It's the I suck category.
I know.
Like, is it still part of the...
So it's not. We changed it 2 years ago. We held strong, and then we had a couple parents come up to us and say, I can't believe my son has to sign up for the I suck division. And we said, technically, he doesn't. He can sign up for the division above it. But then the ladies of Shore Pound, they had been saying it for years. They really didn't like it. They felt like it was a negative thing. So then when the parents came up to us, then my wife said, I told you, and this is gone.
Okay,
and
there's something clearly wrong with me if that was my favorite category.
Everybody says it. And last year when I competed, there was people holding signs that said, bring back the I Suck division, because last year was the first year that it wasn't there. So it was awesome. I've got to find those pictures. But we changed it to the beginner division because we truly don't want any negative concept to anybody. But we thought it was fun, and we held strong for many, many years. But when my wife said, I told you, and it's done, I said, okay, all right, I got to listen to Tiffany.
Maybe it could come back as a one-person award.
Right.
All in fun, not a category, but... Or
maybe we could do it as the over 40 or something, the I Suck over 40 division, because, if you're over 40, you're not going to get mad about that, right?
Right? I think you're going to laugh. I would hope so.
I like where you're going with it.
I think that could make a interesting appearance.
A comeback. I like where you're going with this.
Yeah,
I'm going to put this in my notes, in my mental
Sorry,
notes.
Tiffany. All right, so we're talking, it's now 2 days, August 30th through August 31st. August 30th is preliminary. August 31st is the big day. I know there were some times that you weren't ready to put on post yet because of just logistics. Do you have any times for us for Friday or Saturday yet?
So Friday, we have a free skimboard clinic that's going to go on from 12 to 2.
Oh, cool.
Okay. So anybody, we're going to have some professional, some shore pound team riders, some professional riders that are going to be doing free skim lessons from 12 to 2. And at 2:30, that's when we're going to start the I'm Good division.
Okay.
And from that point forward, we're going to go to the I'm Better, and then we're going to go to the men professional division for the UST. And these guys are competing for cash. They're competing to be the world champion.
Wow.
That will be, the world champion will be crowned 2 weeks after our contest in Newport Beach, California.
Wow. Now, Mulligan's is a big sponsor, and it is, so for people that need a landmark, it literally is right in front of Mulligan's on the beach.
Directly in front of Mulligan's. It's Sexton Plaza, technically, is where you walk on the beach, but Mulligan's right directly in front of Mulligan's.
And anybody can come.
Please, we
watch.
want everybody to come watch, and this
Friday or Saturday,
Friday
right?
or Saturday, and we encourage you guys. You do not; these are some of the best athletes in the skimboarding world. I mean, we've got top names that are from all over the world.
Yeah, and Mulligan's is so great. You could probably get a snack and take it to go and sit on the beach or stand up there at the railing, and it's just a great place to just kind of watch the beach and watch your guys. It's going to be really cool.
Yes, ma'am.
So Friday and Saturday, so that's new. You've got so the donations. You're actually helping to raise money for charities. You've got a new charity this year. Talk to us about that.
So it's called Little Board Riders, and that is a nonprofit that our whole Shore Pound team, we've been talking about it for years, and we finally filled out the paperwork is basically what it all came down to. And it's a lot of paperwork to get a nonprofit in the state of Florida. But as of January 1st, 2024, we are a nonprofit, Little Board Riders. Our goal is to get underprivileged children out to the beach. We feel that everybody deserves the opportunity to come to the beach. So luckily with some of our skimboard sponsors, Zap Skimboards, Wave Zone, and Apex Skimboards, they've donated so many skimboards for us to be able to take these kids out to the beach, teach them for free, so we have no charge at all. And then once they become confident in it, we're donating boards to any of our little board riders. So we give them a skimboard. If they're into surfing, we will give them a surfboard. And if they're into paddleboarding, we will give them a paddleboard. But we have professional trained instructors to teach all these children. And our goal is to continue to grow that here in Vero Beach. And then once we've tapped into all the children that have skimboards and surfboards here in Vero Beach, we want to expand outside of our county here.
Oh, Chris, I love your vision. That is great. If somebody wants to make a donation, the Pound LLC?
The Pound LLC.
And it's spelled
actually,
out, right?
It is, but actually, Little Board Riders, we have it's attached to the Shore Pound website right now. So if you type in Little Board Riders, it will go to us, and we have our bank account set up for this contest. So it's Little Board Riders. And we're working on, we don't have it quite yet, but we're working on a donation button where you can either just donate or you can sponsor a child to come to one of our camps.
Love it. Chris, I love what you're doing. That's amazing. We have something so top secret, you guys. I cannot wait. It's going to be revealed right here on Beauty and the Beach Radio. We have to go to a station break, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, you! Host your very own show every week at Evergreen Media Network in Vero Beach. Go live to YouTube and Facebook with up to 4 people and your very own producer. Be heard on more than 15 podcast platforms and local radio. All you have to do is show up and talk. Your guests can join from anywhere in the world. It's easy to get started with the largest podcast studio on the Treasure Coast. Contact Evergreen Media to tour the studio.
Summer is here, and it's a great time to create your outdoor room at Sunshine Furniture. Right now, during our summer clearance sale, you can save 10 to 50% on furniture from Berlin Garden, Lloyd Flanders, Woodard, Windward, Beechcraft, and more. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have any style of furniture that you need, all built to withstand the Florida elements, and we specialize in replacement cushions, umbrellas, outdoor rugs, and fire pits. Come in now for our summer sale, including 50% off all pictures, lamps, and accessories. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned since 1991. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and don't forget to shop our outlet store right across the street.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day. Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. Well, it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach, like my guest Chris. We want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for making sure we're always on air so that we can give you those great stories. They have been family owned since 1978. You can find them at sorensenrealestate.com. You can also find them at 772-231-4712. Dale Sorensen Real Estate, thank you so much. We also want to thank Varietals and More. They always make sure we have lovely beverages for our guests. And I told them that we were having Chris on the show to talk about the competition coming up and the Skim Jam. And so they picked Chris. It's a Chardonnay, and it's called Devil's Corner. Okay. From Tasmania.
Okay. All right.
Australia, right? Yes, Australia. And they just thought because you're so rad.
Okay.
Right? That
Yep.
this was this, you look and it's got a ship out in the water. And anyway, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So it's called Devil's Corner. And it is actually made right there in Australia, Tasmania, the island of Tasmania, Australia. And guys, if you want to get your bottle and celebrate what Chris is doing with this Skim Jam, you can go to Varietals, get yourself a bottle, and mention Beauty and the Beach Radio, and you'll get 10% discount. So thank you, Varietals. All right, we are back. We are talking about the 17th annual Skim Jam right here in Vero Beach, right in front of Mulligan's. This is going on at the end of August. We're talking about August, 30th and 31st. So, okay, there's two things that are going on right now. We've got about a minute left, Chris, but I want them to know because you literally have some super duper exciting news. Two things to share with our guests today. What do you want to tell them?
We do, and this is top secret. We haven't even released it to the world on social media, so this is the first place, Cindy. I wanted to save it all for you.
Thank you.
Right. So number one, Friday night after the pros go, we're gonna have a Skimboard Video Awards at the Boiler. It's the Boiler's 5th anniversary, and so they're a sponsor of us as well. And so what we're gonna do, we've invited a bunch of videographers from all over the world to promote all of their Skimboard videos, right? So it's 2 minutes or less. Anybody can submit these videos. It's your video edit, and we're just going to promote the video guys because without the video guys, none of us skimboarders would be anywhere where we are without those guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cindy, 100%.
Yes. And so then the second thing, and so nobody's ever done that. We're very excited. We're releasing it tomorrow to the world. And the other thing is we've partnered with Walking Tree, another one of our big sponsors, and we have created a beer specifically for Skim Jam. It's called Intergalactic Pounder, and it is a hazy lager. And if you'll see over here, I've got some of the cans. These are the first 4 cans that have ever been in existence to the world, and we have them here today. And so this beer is not available to the world until August 31st at the after party award ceremony at Walking Tree, and that's where after the Skim Jam we do all of our awards at Walking Tree, and that is the first time the world will ever have Intergalactic Pounder.
Dude!
I know.
That's intergalactic.
I know.
That is amazing. So people want to find out about this new beer, this new collaboration. Anybody can come to the awards Saturday night, right?
We want everybody to come to the awards.
Yeah.
And Walking Tree has not, I talked to them. I stopped by to get these 4 cans right before I came over here.
Love it.
And basically, they said that tomorrow morning they're going to start promoting this, and the world will know Intergalactic Pounder as the Shore Pound Walking Tree collaboration beer.
All right, I've got to hold it up because it matches all my awesome fluorescent T-shirt. So recap, Chris, as I hold my lovely beer right here that you gave me. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so recap. It's Friday, August 30th through Saturday, August 31st. Friday's preliminary. Saturday, what time does it start and finish?
Saturday, we're going to start the board writers meeting at 7:30 a.m. We're going to try and have the first heat in the water at 8:15, just so that we can finish. We have enough time to finish, and we want everybody at the after party award ceremony at Walking Tree, and we will see you guys there.
All right, see you there. Love you guys. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you.